Beverly Hills is a city in Los Angeles County, California, United States, surrounded by the cities of Los Angeles and West Hollywood. Originally a Spanish ranch where lima beans were grown, it was incorporated in 1914 by a group of investors who had failed to find oil, but found water instead and eventually decided to develop it into a town. It is now home to 34,290 inhabitants. Sometimes merely known by one of its primary zip codes, 90,210, it has been home to actors and celebrities. The city also includes the shopping district Rodeo Drive and the Beverly Hills Oil Field. History. Early history. Gaspar de Portola arrived in the area that would become Beverly Hills on August 3, 1769, traveling along native trails which followed the present-day route of Wilshire Boulevard. The area was settled by Maria Rita Quinteros de Valdez and her husband in 1828. They called their 4,500 acres of property the Rancho Rodeo de las Aguas. However, she was constantly harassed by Native Americans and seriously assaulted in 1852. 2 years later, in 1854, she sold the ranch to Benjamin Davis Wilson and Henry Hancock. By the 1880s, the ranch had been subdivided into parcels of 75 acres and was being rapidly bought up by Anglos from Los Angeles and the East Coast. Henry Hamill and Andrew H. Denker acquired most of it and used it for farming lima beans. At this point, the area was known as the Hamill and Denker Ranch. By 1888, Denker and Hamill were planning to build a town called Morocco on their holdings. 20th century. In 1900, Burton E. Green, Charles A. Kenfield, Max Whittier, Frank H. Buck, Henry E. Huntington, William G. Kirchhoff, William F. Heron, W. S. Porter, and Frank H. Balk, formed the Amalgamated Oil Company, bought the Hamill and Denker Ranch, and began looking for oil. They did not find enough to exploit commercially by the standards of the time, though. In 1906, therefore, they reorganized as the Rodeo Land and Water Company, renamed the property Beverly Hills, subdivided it, and began selling lots. The development was named Beverly Hills after Beverly Farms in Beverly, Massachusetts, and because of the hills in the area. The first house in the subdivision was built in 1907, although sales remained slow. Beverly Hills was one of many all-white planned communities started in the Los Angeles area around this time. Restrictive covenants prohibited non-whites from owning or renting property unless they were employed as servants by white residents. It was also forbidden to sell or rent property to Jews in Beverly Hills. Burton Green began construction on the Beverly Hills Hotel in 1911. The hotel was finished in 1912. The visitors drawn by the hotel were inclined to purchase land in Beverly Hills, and by 1914 the subdivision had a high enough population to incorporate as an independent city. That same year, the Rodeo Land and Water Company decided to separate its water business from its real estate business. The Beverly Hills Utility Commission was split off from the land company and incorporated in September 1914, buying all of the utilities-related assets from the Rodeo Land and Water Company. In 1919, Douglas Fairbanks and Mary Pickford bought land on Summit Drive and built a mansion, finished in 1921 and nicknamed Pigfair by the press. The glamour associated with Fairbanks and Pickford as well as other movie stars who built mansions in the city contributed to its growing appeal. By the early 1920s the population of Beverly Hills had grown enough to make the water supply a political issue. In 1923 the usual solution, annexation to the city of Los Angeles, was proposed. There was considerable opposition to annexation among such famous residents as Pickford and Fairbanks, Will Rogers and Rudolph Valentino. The Beverly Hills Utility Commission, opposed to annexation as well, managed to force the city into a special election and the plan was defeated 337 to 507. In 1925, Beverly Hills approved a bond issue to buy 385 acres for a new campus for UCLA. The cities of Los Angeles, Santa Monica and Venice also issued bonds to help pay for the new campus. In 1928, the Beverly Wilshire Apartment Hotel opened on Wilshire Boulevard between El Camino and Rodeo Drives, part of the old Beverly Hills Speedway. That same year oilman Edward L. Doheny finished construction of Greystone Mansion, a 55-room mansion meant as a wedding present for his son Edward L. Doheny, Jr. The house is now owned by the city of Beverly Hills. In the early 1930s, Santa Monica Park was renamed Beverly Gardens and was extended to span the entire 2-mile length of Santa Monica Boulevard through the city. The electric fountain marks the corner of Santa Monica Boulevard and Wilshire Boulevard, with a small sculpture at the top of a Tongva kneeling in prayer. In April 1931, the new Italian Renaissance-style Beverly Hills City Hall was opened. In the early 1940s, black actors and businessmen had begun to move into Beverly Hills, despite the covenants allowing only whites to live in the city. A neighborhood improvement association attempted to enforce the covenant in court. The defendants included such luminaries as Hattie McDaniel, Louise Beavers, and Ethel Waters. Among the white residents supporting the lawsuit against blacks was silent film star Harold Lloyd. The NAACP participated in the defense, which was successful. In his decision, federal judge Thurmond Clark said that it was time that members of the Negro race are accorded, without reservations or evasions, the full rights guaranteed to them under the 14th Amendment. The United States Supreme Court declared restrictive covenants unenforceable in 1948 in Shelley v. Kramer. A group of Jewish residents of Beverly Hills filed an amicus brief in this case. In 1956, Paul Trousdale purchased the grounds of the Doheny Ranch and developed it into the Trousdale Estates, convincing the city of Beverly Hills to annex it. The neighborhood has been home to Elvis Presley, Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Tony Curtis, Ray Charles, President Richard Nixon and, more recently, Jennifer Aniston, David Spade, Vera Wang, and John Rich. In the late 1990s, the Los Angeles County Metropolitan Transportation Authority proposed to build an extension of the Metro Red Line along Wilshire Boulevard and into downtown Beverly Hills, but the city opposed it. 21st Century, in 2001, LACMTA then proposed a bus rapid transit route down Santa Monica Boulevard, but this was also opposed by the city and never built. Currently this stretch of road is served by less efficient Metro Rapid buses using pre-existing roadways. By 2010, traffic in Beverly Hills and surrounding areas had grown bad enough that the city's habitual opposition had largely turned to support for subways within the city limits. As part of the West Subway Extension Project, the Purple Line of the LA Metro Rail is planned to be extended through Beverly Hills, adding 2 underground stations at Wilshire La Cienega and Wilshire Rodeo by the 2020s. Geography: Beverly Hills and the neighboring city of West Hollywood are together entirely surrounded by the city of Los Angeles. Specifically, Beverly Hills is bordered on the northwest by the Los Angeles neighborhood of Bel Air and the Santa Monica Mountains, on the east by West Hollywood, the Carthay neighborhood of Los Angeles, and the Fairfax district of Los Angeles, and on the south by the Beverlywood neighborhood of Los Angeles. The area's Platinum Triangle is formed by the city of Beverly Hills and the Los Angeles neighborhoods of Bel Air and Holmby Hills. In spite of the city's name, most residents live in the flats of Beverly Hills, which is a relatively flat land that includes all of Beverly Hills itself. The houses situated in the hillside north of Sunset Boulevard have a much higher value than the average housing price for the rest of the city. Santa Monica Boulevard divides the flats into 2 areas, locally known as north or south of the tracks, referring to the train tracks that were once used by the old Pacific Electric streetcar line that traversed Beverly Hills along Santa Monica Boulevard. Houses south of Wilshire Boulevard have more urban square and rectangular lots, in general smaller than those to the north. There are also more apartment buildings south of Wilshire Boulevard than anywhere else in Beverly Hills, and the average house value south of Wilshire is the lowest in Beverly Hills. Nearly all businesses and government offices in Beverly Hills are located south of Santa Monica Boulevard, 2 notable exceptions being the Beverly Hills Hotel and the Beverly Hilton Hotel. Just outside the city limits to the west lies the Los Angeles Country Club. Other locations commonly associated with Beverly Hills include the Cedars-Sinai Medical Center and the Beverly Center, just outside the city limits to the east. Beverly Hills Post Office is an area of Los Angeles that the Beverly Hills Post Office serves and carries the Beverly Hills, California, 90210 mailing address. The other four, less celebrated zip codes for Beverly Hills are 90,209, 90,211, 90,212 and 90,213. Along with the Los Angeles communities of Bel Air and Brentwood, it is one of the three BS, a wealthy area in the Los Angeles West. Climate: Beverly Hills has a hot and warm Mediterranean climate, with an average high of 85 degrees Fahrenheit in August, and an average high of 67 degrees Fahrenheit in January. Beverly Hills also receives an average 18 inches of rain per year. Summers are marked by warm to hot temperatures with very little wind, while winters are warm to moderate, to cool with occasional rain alternating with periods of Santa Ana winds. Measurable snowfall has been recorded only in 1882, 1922, 1932 and 1949. Demographics: 2010, the 2010 United States Census reported that Beverly Hills had a population of 34,109. The population density was 5,973.1 people per square mile. The racial makeup of Beverly Hills was 28,112 white, 746 African American, 48 Native American, 3,032 Asian, 12 Pacific Islander, 485 from other races, and 1,674 from two or more races. Hispanic or Latino of any race were 1,941 persons. The largest religious community are Persian Jews, who make up 26% of the population of Beverly Hills. The Iranian Jewish community in Beverly Hills, numbering over 8,000, is the largest in the United States. The census reported that 33,988 people lived in households, 121 lived in non-institutionalized group quarters, and 0 were institutionalized. There were 14,869 households, out of which 3,759 had children under the age of 18 living in them, 6,613 were opposite-sex married couples living together, 1,354 had a female householder with no husband present, 494 had a male householder with no wife present. There were 460 unmarried opposite-sex partnerships, and 131 same-sex married couples or partnerships. 5,400 households were made up of individuals and 1,834 had someone living alone who was 65 years of age or older. The average household size was 2.29. There were 8,461 families. The average family size was 3.05. The population was spread out with 6,623 people under the age of 18, 2,526 people aged 18 to 24, 8,540 people aged 25 to 44, 9,904 people aged 45 to 64, and 6,516 people who were 65 years of age or older. The median age was 43.6 years. For every 100 females there were 84.3 males. For every 100 females age 18 and over, there were 80.3 males. There were 16,394 housing units at an average density of 2,870.9 per square mile, of which 6,561 were owner-occupied, and 8,308 were occupied by renters. The homeowner vacancy rate was 2.2%. The rental vacancy rate was 8.0%. 17,740 people lived in owner-occupied housing units and 16,248 people lived in rental housing units. According to the 2010 United States Census, Beverly Hills had a median household income of $85,918, with 7.8% of the population living below the federal poverty line. 2000, as of the census of 2000, there were 33,784 people, 15,035 households, and 8,269 families residing in the city. The population density was 5,954.0 people per square mile. There were 15,856 housing units at an average density of 2,794.4 per mile. The racial makeup of the city was 85.06% white, 1.77% African American, 0.13% Native American, 7.05% Asian, 0.03% Pacific Islander, 1.50% from other races, and 4.46% from two or more races. Hispanic or Latino of any race were 4.63% of the population. There were 15,035 households, out of which 24.4% had children under the age of 18 living with them, 43.8% were married couples living together, 8.1% had a female householder with no husband present, and 45.0% were non-families. 38.2% of all households were made up of individuals, and 11.3% had someone living alone who was 65 years of age or older. The average household size was 2.24 and the average family size was 3.02. In the city, the population was spread out, with 20.0% under the age of 18, 6.3% from 18 to 24, 29.3% from 25 to 44, 26.8% from 45 to 64, and 17.6% who were 65 years of age or older. The median age was 41 years. For every 100 females there were 83.5 males. For every 100 females age 18 and over, there were 79.4 males. The median income for a household in the city was $70,945, and the median income for a family was $102,611. Males had a median income of $72,004 versus $46,217 for females. The per capita income for the city was $65,507. About 7.9% of families and 9.1% of the population were below the poverty line, including 9.5% of those under the age of 18 and 7.9% ages 65 or older. Government, local government. Beverly Hills is a general law city governed by a 5-member city council including the mayor and vice mayor. The city council hires a city manager to carry out policies and serve as executive officer. Every odd-numbered year either 2 or 3 members are elected for 4-year terms. Each March the city council meets and chooses one of its members as mayor and one as vice mayor. As of 2014, Lily Boss is mayor, Julian Gold is vice mayor, and the city council members are former mayors William W. Bryan, John A. Mirisch and Nancy Cresson. Jeff Colin serves as city manager. The Beverly Hills Police Department and the Beverly Hills Fire Department serve as emergency response for the city. County, state and federal representation. The Los Angeles County Department of Health Services SPA 5 West Area Health Office serves Beverly Hills. The department operates the Sims Mann Health and Wellness Center in Santa Monica, serving Beverly Hills. In the state legislature, Beverly Hills is located in the 28th Senate District, represented by Democrat Ted Lieu, and in the 50th Assembly District, represented by Democrat Richard Bloom. Beverly Hills is located in California's 33rd Congressional District and is represented by Democrat Henry Waxman. The United States Postal Service operates the Beverly Hills Post Office at 325 North Maple Drive, the Crescent Post Office at 323 North Crescent Drive, the Beverly Post Office at 312 South Beverly Drive, and the Eastgate Post Office at 8383 Wilshire Boulevard. The Beverly Hills Post Office was listed on the National Register of Historic Places on January 11, 1985. The city of Beverly Hills widely opposed Proposition 8, a 2008 ballot measure which repealed legal recognition of same-sex marriages. The proposition passed statewide, but in Beverly Hills only 34% voted in favor and 66% voted against it. Economy. Beverly Hills is home to one Fortune 500 company, Live Nation Entertainment. Since August 22, 2011, the headquarters of Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer have been located in Beverly Hills. The Los Angeles area offices of Aeroflot and El Ala are in Beverly Hills. At one point, Hilton Hotels Corporation had its corporate headquarters in Beverly Hills. The original headquarters of GeoCities was at 9401 Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills. Underneath the city is the large and still productive Beverly Hills Oil Field, serviced by 4 urban drilling islands, which drill diagonally into the earth underneath the city. The most notorious of these drilling islands occasioned a 2003 lawsuit representing former attendees of Beverly Hills High School, approximately 280 of which having suffered from cancers allegedly tied to the drilling operations. Top employers. According to the city's 2009 Comprehensive Annual Financial Report, the top employers in the city are education, public schools. Beverly Hills is served by Beverly Hills Unified School District, which includes 4 K-8 schools, Marino High School, and the Beverly Hills High School. Private schools. Beverly Hills also has several private schools. Good Shepherd School, a pre-K-8 school in Beverly Hills, is a part of the Roman Catholic Archdiocese of Los Angeles. Other Beverly Hills private schools include Beverly Hills Preparatory School, Harkham Hillel Hebrew Academy, Emmanuel Academy of Beverly Hills, and Page Private School. Notable people. Beverly Hills has been home to numerous actors and celebrities, including media. Beverly Hills is served by free weekly advertising papers the Beverly Hills Courier and the Beverly Hills Weekly. Beverly Hills also has a public access television station called KBEV, which is run by the students of Beverly Hills High School. Landmarks. Beverly Hills in popular culture. Beverly Hills has been featured in a number of television shows and movies set in Beverly Hills, including The Jack Benny Program, The Beverly Hillbillies, The Beverly Hills Cop Movies, Down and Out in Beverly Hills, True Beverly Hills, 90,210 and 90,210, Beverly Hills Chihuahua. The opening scene of the Andy Griffith Show showing Sheriff Taylor and Opie carrying fishing poles was shot at the Franklin Canyon Reservoir at the north end of town just west of Coldwater Canyon. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is a reality show featuring rich women living in and around Beverly Hills. Devious Maids is a TV show about maids working for spoiled, shallow, self-centered, conniving, cunning, etc. rich people and celebrities. Sister cities. Acapulco, Mexico, Cannes, France. References. Bibliography. Beverly Hills, 1930–2005 by Mark Wanamaker. ISBN 9780738546599, Beverly Hills, An Illustrated History by Genevieve Davis. ISBN 978-0-89781-238-2, Beverly Hills, Inside the Golden Ghetto by Walter Wagner. Published 1976, History of Beverly Hills. By Pierce E. Bendite. Published 1934. External links. Official website of Beverly Hills, Beverly Hills Travel Guide from Waikiki Voyage, Beverly Hills City Photographs, Beverly Hills article at Encyclopedia Britannica, Beverly Hills profile from Los Angeles Times, History of Beverly Hills.